What's the difference between a good pickleball player and a great one? It's not power, it's not speed, it's control. And nothing exemplifies control better than a perfectly executed third shot drop. In the next few minutes, I'm going to break down this game-changing shot into simple, easy-to-follow steps. You'll learn the exact technique pros use to consistently land soft shots in their opponent's kitchen, creating opportunities to dominate the net. Are you ready to elevate your game? Picture this. You're stuck at the baseline, watching your opponents smash your drives like it's target practice. We've all been there, right? You're trying to get to the net, but every time you hit a hard shot, your opponents are right there to send it back even harder. It's frustrating, and it's costing you points left and right. Here's the thing. In pickleball, being trapped at the baseline is like being stuck in quicksand. The longer you stay there, the harder it is to get out. Your opponents have all the advantage. They're up at the net, ready to pounce on any shot that pops up too high. Meanwhile, you're scrambling to cover the whole court from way back there. Let me give you a couple of examples of how this plays out. You hit a deep drive thinking it's a great shot, but your opponents are already at the net and they easily volley it back for a winner. Or maybe you try to lob it over their heads, but it falls short and they smash it right at your feet. Sound familiar? But what if I told you there's a way to neutralize their advantage and smoothly glide to the net yourself? That's where the third shot drop comes in. It's like a secret weapon that can completely change the game. Think about it. Instead of hitting hard and hoping for the best, you could hit a soft, controlled shot that lands right in your opponent's kitchen. Suddenly, they can't attack. They're forced to hit up on the ball, giving you the perfect opportunity to move forward and take control of the net. The third shot drop is all about finesse and strategy. It's not about power. It's about placement and touch. When you master this shot, you'll see a huge difference in your game. You'll be able to neutralize even the strongest players and create opportunities where there were none before. But here's the catch. Executing a perfect third shot drop isn't easy. It requires the right technique, practice, and a solid understanding of the strategy behind it. That's why we need to break down exactly why this shot is so crucial and how to make it work for you. Have you ever watched a pro player execute a perfect third shot drop and wondered, how do they make it look so easy? Well, you're about to find out. Let's break down the anatomy of this game-changing shot and uncover the secrets that'll transform your pickleball game. Many players make the mistake of trying to muscle the ball over the net, but that's a surefire way to pop it up and give your opponents an easy attack. So what's the key to a killer drop shot? It starts with your grip. You want to keep it loose? I'm talking holding a baby bird loose. This allows the paddle to absorb the impact of the ball, giving you better control and reducing the chances of sending it skyward. Remember, we're aiming for a soft landing in the kitchen, not a moonshot. Now, let's talk about your stance and swing. You're not going for a home run here, so dial back that big windup. A less pronounced swing is your friend when it comes to the drop shot. And here's a pro tip. As you make contact with the ball, think about lifting it rather than hitting it. This gives you the right trajectory to clear the net while still dropping quickly on the other side. Timing is crucial too. You want to make contact with the ball as it's descending after the bounce. Why? Because at that point, the ball is naturally decelerating, making it easier to control. It's like catching a water balloon. You want to cushion it, not smack it. Here's where a lot of players go wrong. They flick their wrist at the last second, thinking it'll add some spin or control. But listen to what top player Ben Johns says about this. Lock that wrist. Flicking it is a one-way ticket to popping the ball up, which is exactly what we're trying to avoid. Now for the game changer, your follow-through. Direct it towards the net, not up. This helps maintain forward momentum, and bonus, it positions you perfectly to advance to the kitchen. Remember, a good drop shot isn't just about the shot itself. It's about setting yourself up for the next move. So there you have it, the anatomy of a perfect third shot drop. Loose grip, controlled swing, locked wrist, and a forward follow-through. Master these elements, and you'll be dropping shots like a pro in no time. But knowing the technique is just the beginning. Next up, we'll dive into the strategy behind placement, because where you put that drop can make all the difference. Most players focus on just getting the ball in the kitchen, but they're missing out on a game-altering strategy. There's a reason why top players consistently target one specific area, and it's not what you might expect. So, where should you aim? Let's break it down. The kitchen isn't just one big target, it's got different zones, each with its own strategic value. Most players aim for the front of the kitchen, thinking it's the safest bet. But that's actually giving your opponents more options to attack. The back of the kitchen is where the magic happens. When you drop your shot deep in the kitchen, you're forcing your opponents to reach down to make contact and likely have to pivot backwards. This low contact point makes it super hard for them to attack effectively. Plus, aiming deeper allows you to hit with a higher trajectory, which helps you clear the net without popping the ball up. But wait, there's more. Top players use heat maps to analyze their drop shots, and guess what they found? The middle of the kitchen and the back corners are pickleball gold mines. These spots are harder for your opponents to reach and respond to effectively. It's like turning them into statues. They can't generate power, and they're forced to hit up on the ball. Now, you might be wondering, should I always aim for the same spot? Not exactly. You need to consider your opponent's positioning too. If they're crowding the middle, aim for the corners. If they're split wide, go right down the middle. The key is to keep them guessing and off balance. Remember, your goal isn't just to get the ball in the kitchen, it's to make your shot unattackable. But here's the kicker. Knowing where to hit is only half the battle. Now that you know the secret to perfect placement, it's time to put it into practice. And I've got some drills coming up that'll help you nail that placement every single time. Ever wonder how top players like Ben Johns maintain their incredible consistency? It's not just about court time. It's about smart, efficient practice. And what if I told you that you could dramatically improve your third shot drop without a partner or even a court? Let's dive into some game-changing solo drills that'll transform your drop shot. Here's the thing. Mastering the third shot drop takes dedicated practice, but finding partners or court time can be a real challenge. That's where solo drills come in. They're your secret weapon for developing muscle memory and consistency, even when you're on your own. Let's start with the underhand toss drill. It's super simple but incredibly effective. All you need is a ball and your paddle. Toss the ball up to yourself and practice your drop shot form. Focus on using your legs and core for power, not just your arm. This drill is perfect for getting a feel for the soft touch you need. Next up is the slinky drill. No, not the toy. This is all about footwork. Start at the kitchen line and hit drop shots while stepping back towards the baseline. It helps you practice your technique from different court positions. Plus, it reinforces proper footwork, which is crucial for a good drop shot. Now, let's talk about using targets. Set up some cones or markers in your backyard or driveway. Aim for the back of the kitchen area. Remember, that's where we want our drops to land. This visual feedback helps you dial in your accuracy. Here's a pro tip. Don't just focus on where the ball lands. Pay attention to how it gets there. You want a nice arc over the net, not a low laser beam. Think about lifting the ball, not hitting it hard. And speaking of feedback, video analysis is a game changer. Set up your phone and record yourself practicing. You'll be amazed at what you notice when you watch it back. Maybe you're flicking your wrist without realizing it, or your follow-through isn't quite right. Remember what Ben Johns says about the third shot drop. It's crucial for reaching higher levels of play. He advises against flicking your wrist during the shot. Instead, use your shoulder for better control. Keep that in mind during your solo practice sessions. With these tools and techniques, you're well on your way to mastering the third shot drop. Consistent practice, even without a partner, can make a huge difference in your game. So grab your paddle, find some space, and start dropping those shots like a pro. All right, let's wrap this up. Mastering the third shot drop isn't just about nailing the technique. It's about completely changing how you play pickleball. Think about it. When you can consistently drop that shot into your opponent's kitchen, you're not just making a good play. You're setting yourself up to dominate the entire point. Remember, in pickleball, the player who controls the net usually controls the game. The third shot drop is your golden ticket to get there. It's like having a secret weapon that turns defense into offense in the blink of an eye. So next time you're on the court, don't just react to what's happening. Use your third shot drop to create opportunities. Force your opponents to hit up on the ball, giving you the perfect chance to move forward and take control. With practice, you'll be orchestrating points like a pro. Your opponents won't know what hit them until it's too late. Before you go, do you love doubles play as much as I do? If so, click on my video, Pickleball Doubles Strategies You Need to Master, to learn how to start getting way more wins. Thanks for watching.